Good afternoon. My name is Abdikadir Bashir, Abdikadir, Bashir Bashir. I would like to begin by thanking all of you here today as we gather in the shadow of this heartbreaking attack. Members of the press, our neighbors, our families, and our friends. I also want to take a moment to thank from the bottom of my heart to the CAIRO staff, board members, and our incredible volunteers. You have held this vision with us for years. You have carried the mission in your hearts, and you worked with us in good days and in hard days. This is one of those hard days, and yet here you are. I am grateful to you beyond words. It is hard to fully describe what this last 48 hours has been for us. What you see here today is not just a building or a burnt playground. It is part of a vision that many of you helped bring to life. This property was a major acquisition for us, a dream we had been planning for years. We imagined it to be our early learning hub, a place where children, especially from refugees, immigrants, and low-income families, begin their journey with joy, safety, and a sense of belonging. We were scheduled to open our first 2 classrooms in this building this fall, and just 2 months ago, we completed the outdoor play area that you see in front of you. It was beautiful, it was brand new, and it was built with love, with community love. It was meant to be the first thing our children saw every morning they came in. And now here it is, scorched, silent. This fire is being investigated as a possible bias crime, and I will be honest, there is a kind of sadness that comes when something built with love is attacked with hate, when something meant for children is met with violence, when a space that was supposed to say you belong is suddenly marked by exclusion. But here's what I want to say clearly and loudly, from my heart, and with full conviction. This fire may have taken down our structure, but it did not take our promise. It did not take our people, and most certainly it did not take our resolve. CAIRO was created almost a decade ago because our communities, immigrants, refugees, black and brown families, low-income families were being left out of opportunities, of dignity, of equity. We started CAIRO to fill the gap between injustice and hope, between what existed and what was possible. And what was built here in this space was exactly that, something beautiful, something possible. So yes, we are heartbroken, but we are also clear. We will not let this fire define us. We will not let this incident define our community. In a time where our country feels so divided, we have a choice to make. We can choose suspicion, fear, and blame, or we can choose connection, courage, and healing. We will always choose the higher road, not because it is the easier one, but because it is the right one. Because our children are watching us, and they deserve to see adults who lead with hope and not hate. So today, my friends, we recommit ourselves to our mission, to our community, and to the children who deserve to run, play, and learn without any ire or fear. To the neighbors who saw the flames and called 911, thank you so much. You have prevented a greater loss. To our Portland's Fire and Rescue and Police Department, we are grateful for your quick and professional response. You didn't just show up, you held the line. To the families who trust us with their children every day, this space was and still is for you. To our partners and supporters that are here with us today and not, you helped bring this dream to life, and we are calling on you again to help us rise again, because it takes a village. To our board, our staff, and volunteers, you are the heart of CAIRO. You carry this work every day with love because you believe in something greater than yourselves. To the children who will walk through these doors this fall, we are still building this for you. Nothing I mean will stop that. And to the person who did this, we don't know what led you to this, but we hope one day you will see what your actions brought out: community, love, strength, and generosity. That is the story we are telling today, not the story of destruction, but the story of the village, the story of what happens when people show up for one another again and again. We have launched a fundraiser to rebuild this playground. But this isn't just about few pieces of equipment. This is about restoring what this space represents: safety, joy, and the promise of a better future for all our children and families. This is not the end of our story. It's not the end of our community's story. This is the beginning of a new page. When history looks back at this moment, let it be said that we responded this with fear, not with fear, but with faith, not with blame, but with boldness, and not with silence, but with unity and community love. We will still be here. We will build, and the village is just getting stronger. Thank you so much. We have many partners with us here today, but next I will call up our partners, the police department, that are looking on this with us as a partner. With us is Detective Sergeant Matthew Jacobson, here to say a few remarks. Welcome.
Good afternoon. My name is Sergeant Matthew Jacobson, Jacobsen. I am the supervisor of the Major Crimes Unit within the Police Bureau's Detective Division. I am sorry to be joining you under these circumstances. First of all, I would like to say that this is clearly not just damage to property. This was damage to a community. I was moved by the words that were just said, and as a parent of a school-aged child, playgrounds should be a place of joy and fun, and should not be any cause for or concern about safety or security. We take any targeting of our community like this very seriously. We are working diligently. We have phenomenally seasoned investigators assigned to this, and we will continue to work and partner with CAIRO to ensure that not only that we attempt to find this person and hold them accountable, but also ensure that the community that CAIRO is made whole. So thank you very much. Am I handing it back to you?
Thank you, Sergeant. Next, I'm gonna call upon somebody that this community looks up to, somebody that looks like them, somebody that is a state leader, not just for this community, but for our entire state. Somebody that I have personally looked up to as well. His name is Senator Casey Jama. This is his district as well, and part of our community. Senator Jama, welcome.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. I know it's sunny, the sun is hot, but I want to just make, first of all, thank Bashir and CAIRO for their constant effort to help this community, particularly immigrant refugee community, who are part of the fabric of our community. And also I want to thank for the police and the fire department, their quick response in this incident. The reality is that this is not going to only hurt us. This is hurting the entire Oregonians. This is about making fear in our hearts and our community. But as Bashir, the executive director, said, this is about hope and resilience in our community. You know, I've been in the Senate for 5 years now, and one thing that I've been committed for a while is to ensure that all Oregonians, regardless of their background, feels welcome. They feel that they are part of our community. And this incident takes us back, that vision. What I would like to say to you today is that as your state senator, and by the way, this is my district, District 24, my house is not that far from here. And imagine if this incident took place during the daytime when there was children playing in the playground or in the building. And secondly, the fire department and prevented a catastrophic situation where we have the hottest seasons right now in Oregon, and this fire could have been widespread. And so I want to thank them, their efforts to ensure that there is a safety for our community. You know, we've been here before. This is nothing new in this country, in this community, that when things are tough, when political crises are taking place, where things are hard, when we've tried to find a blame and try to find a blame. But there is two choices that we make that Bashir talked about that I want to emphasize. One is that when things are harder, we blame immigrant refugees, we blame people of color, we blame low-income Oregonians, we blame people who are struggling, that this is their fault, whatever is happening in our country, in our community. The second issue is that for me is that, how do we address them? How do we address this issue? There's two ways to address this issue that I want to highlight. One is that, as your state senator, I am committed to ensure that we have look into the upcoming short session and beyond, to look into if we can strengthen our hate crimes and hate incidents laws. I'm going to be looking into that as much as I can, and to ensure that we have the strongest hate crimes and hate incident and bias crimes laws in Oregon and in our country. The second final thing that I'm going to say is that we can pass all the laws that we want. We can do whatever we want to do to address this issue. But the reality is that unless we come together as a community collectively and look one another, each other, and really took this issue and say, how do we make welcoming everybody? How do we build a resilient community? How do we ensure that we are building an Oregon that welcomes all, regardless of their background? That work is happening. That work is part of what CAIRO is all about. That work is all about what Bashir talked about it. And I will encourage you to support that CAIRO's vision and to make sure that they make a whole, but also to build that future and that vision that CAIRO highlighted for us. But as a community, we have the obligation to make sure that we follow each other's path in a ways that helps to build community, in a ways that make sure that we are all in this together. Let's have the hard conversation. Let's have the hard, difficult challenge that we're facing, and make sure that we are coming together collectively rather than dividing each other. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Jama. With those few remarks, we're going to open up to a few questions from the press. I'll answer as much as I know, as much as we have right now. I will defer to anything regarding the investigation to the surgeon. With that, I'll have you begin. Thank you. Your name and where you're from. Thank you.
Shelby Slaughter, K2 News. Why the resistance to not release the surveillance video?
I can speak to that.
Yep.
So again, Matt Jacobson with the Portland Police Bureau. The question was the resistance to release the surveillance video. Frankly, we're actually working through that right now. I think it's something we may make available very functionally. We just had a lot going on this afternoon. There's another press conference going right now. And when we started having the conversation this morning, we ran out of time before I had to head out here, and they were preparing for something else. So much more of a time thing than anything else. But I had a conversation with our investigator, and I would ask that you follow up with our PIO, and we'll work on it. So.
Question number 2, did the suspect leave footprints here with all these coming around, or was that just for people going in and out?
I was not here. I would guess that completely uneducated, but those look like big old fire boots to me. So there have been a number of people, investigators, and personnel in and out of there. So.
Ariel, point 6. Did they use any kind of like gasoline or something to ignite this fire to make it, cause such a destruction?
In terms of if there was an accelerant used, it's not something we're going to get into. Obviously, we need to protect some level of our investigation. But obviously, this is a plastic-based play structure, which clearly went pretty quick. So in terms of releasing that, that's not something we're going to do. But anything with that petroleum-based is going to go. Again, not an arson investigator, but that's just, learning.
Celine Stevens, KGW. I'm wondering how much money was put into this playground, and now obviously how much has been lost now that it's gone up in flames.
This costed hundreds of thousands of dollars. We are still doing a full cost analysis of this. But I want to say this is not just about money for us. This is about what this space represented to our community. Like I said in my speech, this was about safety, it was about sense of belonging, it was about community pride. So that is what is lost more than the dollars that was built on this space. Thank you.
Hi, Leslie Dominique, Fox 12. I know this is potentially being investigated as a bias crime. Were there any other incidents of this nature on the campus in the past?
We had, thank you, we had 3 break-ins over the last few years. One on this building right here. They smashed one of the doors to the classrooms. We kept quiet about it. We fixed it ourselves. And then on the right side, on the other side of the street, on 139 in Stark is our main office. They also broke into that two times in the last few years. But if we're speaking about the magnitude, nothing like this has happened before to us. Hence why you see all the community here with us today. Thank you.
Can you go a little bit more into the investigation of this being a possible bias crime?
Absolutely. Anytime we encounter a situation at a place such as CAIRO, it's imperative that we keep our eyes open and that lens open to make sure that we're not excluding any possibilities. Specifically in this instance, this is behind a building, hidden from view. Somebody had to find this back here to come back here and do it. This was not by accident. That coupled with the mission of CAIRO, it means that we're going to make sure to keep that option open to investigate it thoroughly. It's one of the reasons me and my team were brought into this investigation. It's what my team does, partnering with our arson investigators who are doing the actual fire investigation. So it's definitely a partnership and not on accident.
Since we can't see the video, is there even just a little nugget that you could tell us about what you saw or anything that sticks out to you from surveillance?
Yeah, absolutely. So this was obviously something that was done on purpose. This wasn't by accident. Again, that goes to that concern of why here, and clearly it was chosen on purpose. The suspect appears to be a male wearing a black hoodie and some shorts. The video is in night vision mode, and so it's a little bit harder to see. But again, my hopes is to get that video out, or at least some still images out to you here a little bit later today.
Thank you.
I know this is a new facility. Are you guys still going to be opening as planned by the end of the month, or are parents going to have to find elsewhere for their kids to go? What's happening on that front?
Like I said, no amount of hate will stop our vision, our mission. Yes, this is a loss in the playground, but then our classrooms would be open as planned. The community is behind us. The families are already calling and are supportive of what we're doing. On the flip side of this hate that you see was also an outpouring support of love from the community and care. So I want to emphasize that. At this point, as of now, we plan to keep our operations on schedule while we build this at the same time simultaneously. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, question for Sergeant Jacobson. Naeem Sheikh, Oregon. I was curious because BBB has put out alerts for like 2 related incidents regarding Jewish institutions related to bias crimes. Is the Bureau concerned
Right. So the question was, are we seeing an uptick in bias crimes or an increase in targeting of cultural or religious institutions? My response would be that so I review all bias, crime, and non-criminal bias incidents that occur within the city as part of my role. We haven't seen an increase in numbers of our bias crime cases. I think within the last 2 weeks, what we've seen is an increase in cases that have garnered some sort of public attention or showed some sort of public interest. You referenced 2 different events that targeted our Jewish population. Those are assigned to detectives on my team, and we're actively investigating them. Frankly, at least in one of those, we released information to the media in hopes of getting our community's assistance in identifying that person. I never want to sit here and tell you that it's not a problem. Any level of hate in our community is a problem. But for the context of are we seeing an increase, I would say no. Based on the numbers, we're about where we were last year. So there hasn't been any increase specifically. But as we see national politics, local politics, as we see those different things happen, it's a constant concern and something we keep an eye out for if those trends change, and so we can be dynamic and respond to those. I will say something that the representative said, talking about our bias crime laws and our bias incident laws in Oregon. We are lucky. We have some of the strongest laws in the country, which is really a phenomenal nod to our legislature. I'm warmed to hear that we're continuing to review those and making sure that people that cause this level of disruption and spread that level of hate in our community are held accountable.
Question for, I'm wondering, would you say there's an increase in intentionally set fires? I feel like there's been a lot, and especially in the Portland area recently, just multiple intentionally set fires popping up around town. So would you say there's an increase in that?
Arson is not my purview. Obviously, there was the events near Irving Park that were covered last week. And so this, on the heels of that, is one of those similar kind of upticks in things being covered by the media. Not to my knowledge. We do have Lieutenant Anderson from the Portland Fire Bureau here. If I'm saying anything contrary to what you know, pipe up. But I think, again, we're seeing a couple of incidents that have garnered some public attention in a short period of time.
Does the hole in the fence have anything to do with this? Back in the chain link fence.
No.
We couldn't determine.
That was undetermined, but obviously the person did get back here, but that wasn't something that was able to be determined.
Can you say how they got back here?
They walked.
No, we don't know their means of
No.
access.
Okay.
No, we're not sure how they got back here. Obviously, it's a confined area. There are fences, but the video doesn't extend past what we have.
Thank you. With that, we're going to conclude our press release. Again, thank you really to all of you from the bottom of my heart, supporters, partners, families, staff, the board, and our partners. Thank you so much. That concludes our press release.